BLI KVM Switch V2 8-port KVM review. Control 8 servers remotely without enterprise cost. It's 11:37 p.m. Your server just locked up. Again. You're staring at your phone, knowing the only fix is walking down to that cold basement, fumbling for the power button in the dark, praying the reboot works. You've done this 17 times this month. Type guilty if this is your life right now. How much longer are you letting hardware hold you hostage?
That suffocating feeling when you can't fix what you can't see? It's stealing hours you'll never get back. Every walk to the rack, every drive to the office, every expensive remote hands ticket. What if control was actually simple? What if 8 machines could answer to one screen, one click, one you, without leaving your chair? What if tonight was the last basement trip? Then I plugged in the BLI KVM Switch V2 KVM ATX switch and everything got stupidly quiet. 8 servers, 1 interface. I clicked port 3 and there's my Proxmox node, BIOS screen, full control, like I'm standing right there. Clicked port 7, PF Sense router console loaded instantly. The switching is fast, clean, no lag I could feel. But here's where it gets ridiculous. ATX power control on all 8 ports. I can cold boot a dead machine, force restart a frozen box, graceful shutdown, anything from my couch. 2:47 a.m., client deadline in 3 hours, my main Docker host completely locked. I was cooked until I remembered I could hard reset it remotely through the BLI KVM Switch V2. 10 seconds later, back online. Crisis over. The video capture is sharp enough to read BIOS text clearly. The USB keyboard and mouse emulation works on everything. Windows, Linux, bare metal, doesn't care. And nobody talks about this. You can script the switching through the API, automate power cycles, integrate it into monitoring dashboards. It's the setting that turns this from useful into unstoppable.
Let's stack proof until doubt looks embarrassed. Hours saved, no more crash cart trips, no basement runs, no site visits ever again. Clarity gained, 1 browser tab, 8 machines, instant console access to any of them anytime. Performance doubled. Problems that took 30 minutes of physical setup now take 12 seconds of clicking. Results that shut rooms up. IT managers deploying this instead of $4,000 enterprise switches and getting identical functionality for a fraction of the cost. One sysadmin blogger put it bluntly, the BLI KVM Switch V2 paid for itself with the first avoided site visit. A data center reviewer noted, the switching latency is minimal, video pass-through is stable, it's an elegant solution for edge deployments where physical access is difficult. According to open-source hardware analysts, this represents the most cost-effective approach to multi-node out-of-band management available today. One user, at Home Lab Builder, said it perfectly. 7 machines connected, 0 reliability issues over months. I manage everything from my phone's browser while on the couch. I watched this happen live in my own rack. OS installation on a headless server, mounting an ISO remotely, completing the entire setup without touching the machine once. Which benefit blew your mind most? Comment 1 for remote BIOS access, 2 for ATX power control, 3 for 8-port switching. The #1 objection? Sounds complicated to set up. The reality? HDMI cable, USB cable, ATX header, repeat 8 times, you're done. Most people finish in under an hour and wonder why they waited so long. This is the one thing thousands message me about daily. How did I ever manage servers without hardware-level remote access? Drop your biggest server management frustration in the comments right now.
You already know what walking to the server rack at midnight feels like. The BLI KVM Switch V2 KVM ATX switch ends that chapter permanently. 8 machines, 1 interface, total control from anywhere you have internet. Join the ones who quietly upgraded their entire infrastructure without the enterprise budget or the enterprise headaches. First link in description, I pinned it to the top because I'm not letting you miss this. Your servers are waiting to be managed the way you actually wanted all along. The question isn't if you need this, it's why you're still reading instead of clicking.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.